Hey everybody, welcome back to X-Plane 11. I am Bill, and this is a awesome FreewareAirport that I'm excited to check out. We're not going to be spending too much time here because there's a couple of other airports that I've downloaded that I've had for a long time and not been to yet that I want to check out on this flight. But first, and there will be links to this airport below, and if you're live, this is the link for it. But it's San Diego. Whoa, that was not a very smooth transition up. I meant to do this. There we go. This is San Diego Lindbergh Field, and this is a freeware airport. It uses a bunch of libraries. Like a lot of them. I spent a long time downloading all these libraries last night and testing it out. It's not 100% perfect. There are some payware textures that you can buy and use for this airport, but this is the freeware version of it.
Hey, bird, whoa, buddy.
Scampers, thank you very much for the subscription. That is very nice of you, sir. Welcome. Cheers to you as well. Crap. There goes my remote. I've got a Scorpion Bowl IPA. I got like a Stone Variety Pack, which is actually a San Diego brewery, not too far from this airport. Whoops, that probably didn't sound cool. So cheers, Scampers. So yeah, there's some extra payware stuff that you can add on to this, but there is some really nice texturing done here. DesiJ02, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome aboard officially. Thank you very much for that. It's really nice. Like if you get really close up into these textures here, I mean the full view looks really nice too. But just get really close to the ramp here. I mean, it's got oil stains and hydraulic stains, just overall dirt and everything. It looks really nice. You can even see the grooves in there. Some of it's worn down. So detail-wise, up close, it looks really nice. There's not really any weird hard edges. The paint looks good. I mean, we're getting really close, and that looks nice. I really think it's going to be it's going to take a frame rate hit, but we'll see once the plane gets going. And obviously your mileage will vary, and it will vary depending on what plane you're flying as well. So from up close and personal, the textures on this look really nice. This I should give credit where it's due as well. This is from Captain Chris, and it's on the X-Plane org store. So good use of a lot of freeware library files. I mean, that just looks really nice. That runway looks really nice. It looks lived in. It doesn't look very active, obviously, because there's no planes moving around. There's only a couple of small trucks. So it's, I don't have all of the plugins to make your typical Class Bravo airport look alive necessarily, but that looks pretty good with the city in the background. Got the cruise ship and the aircraft carrier, Coronado Bridge back there. That looks pretty cool. Looking a little bit larger in terms of details, we've got a parking garage here to the south of the terminal. Looks nice. We got some extra boats in the marina. We got a bunch of extra cars in the parking lots, which is a really nice touch. A little sky bridge there is added. That looks good. There's some other details even off the actual main runway portion. Again, added seaplanes there, or seaplanes, sailboats. This was kind of a cool detail. We got a little Coast Guard helicopter base here, with search and rescue. Is this a generic helicopter? I don't know if that's a generic livery or not, or like a European thing, but pretty cool. This was definitely not in the other freeware scenery that I had installed, so that's that's a nice detail. I don't know what that blast shield is there for. Yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it, Dave? We've got some extra grass textures. That looks a little bit weird. It looks a little less than elegant. Over here is kind of nice, and this is where I normally would be, but this is so far away from all of the other scenery stuff that I wanted to start on the other end of the runway so we can, taxi the full length and kind of get a feel for what it looks like taxiing down the main side of the runway. But this is the FBO. This is where Atlantic is. They overcharge you like crazy. The actual building I don't think is there. I think it's right here. But this big carport here is relatively new, and that is not in the previous scenery that I had. So that's kind of cool. The ortho actually shows that area under construction, so it's nice that they actually have that completed. And then you've got, of course, the famous car park here on the approach end of 27. So for a freeware airport, that is pretty thorough, pretty nice, very full, and I really think it's going to hurt frames, but I mean the parking lot looks awesome. It looks great from altitude, and we'll find out how it looks in from the taxiway. And now we're going to go to the airplane, and this is the Coronado A36 Bonanza. This is the plane that my instructor flies. This is the livery in the plane that he flies. It's a little bit glitchy. It's a little Coronado-y. This little, I don't know what you'd call this, on the wingtip here has a weird flickery texture thing that just refuses to go away. I don't know why that's there, but it's a good plane for the route that we're going to fly today, because it's we're not going to get too high, and it's really not that far, but it is far enough where 172 speeds will not be enough. And let's check out the route here. So we're going from San Diego to Santa Ynez, which is up north of Santa Barbara. Little tiny airport.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
Joe, thank you so much, man, for 5 months. That's awesome, Joe. Thank you so much, and happy Thursday. Cheers to you. I'm gonna put this so I don't have to send it underneath my mic. Joe, thank you very much, man. That's very kind. Time flies by.
Hey, bird. Whoa,
Uh-oh.
buddy.
This streaming community is so great. Without it, I would not have flown through a Bravo for the first time today.
That was a weird pause there, but Ryan, thank you so much for 8 months, and that made my day, man. I'm so glad you and Adoned were able to connect in person. So yeah, Ryan and another follower, Adoned, hopefully we'll stop in and say hi tonight. Met up in the real world today and went flying and had a gorgeous flight today. So that is cool. That made my day more than you know. Honestly, it's kind of weird to think that this goofy little stream kind of helped facilitate that. I mean, not to say that you guys would have never crossed paths without the stream, but it's still cool to think that that this has created a community where that kind of stuff was able to happen. So that is freaking cool. After Santa Ynez, we're going to go over to Bakersfield. It's a short flight, but I have not flown to either Santa Ynez or Bakersfield.
Whoa, buddy.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. Eyes, what's up, man? That is freaking amazing, dude. 17 months. Good Lord. Quasar, Happy Thursday to you. Cheers, everybody. Okay, Nightmare. So the scenery is this awesome freeware San Diego scenery. I just did a quick little tour of the grounds here, but there's a lot of 3D objects, man. Like over here in the cargo portion of the airport. I mean, they've got every little cargo pod here. FedEx trucks everywhere, pallets, trucks. I mean, it's really, really thorough, thoughtfully placed. All the planes are lined up where they should be relative to the scenery and the markings on the airport here. You've got some construction going on, which is cool. Super full airport or parking lot. We checked out the Coast Guard helicopter hangar. This just looks awesome. I mean, San Diego's a cool, very cool city, and it's awesome that it's gotten as much love as it has with these sceneries. There's a Freeware San Diego skyline that has the cruise ships and the aircraft carrier placed there with all of the appropriate buildings. It's really, really awesome. Verity, what is up, dude? I am doing amazing, man. Random Thursday off after a little mini vacation. That's fantastic. Thank you for spending your evening off with us. That's super cool. I love the textures on the ramp here. I mean, it looks freaking like used and worn and lived in, and it's not active. That's one thing that I'm sure some other plugins could help. If we got some planes taxiing around here, it would look pretty cool, or even some PilotEdge traffic. But I gotta say, like, it looks really, really good. We'll see once we get in the plane what it does to the frames. And this little guy. I parked way over here because I wanted to taxi down the entire length of the ramp and see what it looks like from the plane point of view. So that's why we're parked in a MD-80 spot. All right. So the very quirky, very goofy Coronado A36. It sounds good. It looks pretty good. Flies, I guess, but does have some bugs in it. So let's see what kind of trouble we can get into with this thing. Get the beacon on. Parking brake. I can't tell, is the parking brake set or not? Parking brake is set. Let's go that all the way on, and we'll do the fuel pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Adoned, what's happening? We were just talking about you. I was saying how cool it is that you guys were able to meet up today, and it's super awesome for me that this plucky little stream created a community where that is able to happen. So thanks for making my day on that. I'm not dropping anything. Let's see what my stream is showing. Yeah, I'm showing no drop frames. So you're tempting me to take out the 310R with some PE action as well. Do it, dude. Fly out of San Diego. Do you have a link for the freeware? I do. Yeah, here's the link. There is a bunch of libraries you need to download, and it took me a long ass time to download all the libraries. It's a little clunky. It took me, I want to say, 3 or 4 load-ins, and this thing sticks on the starter. Oh no, it actually kicked back. It took me about 3 or 4 load-ins to actually get it to load up even close to correctly. There was some libraries that I had that were incomplete that I had to do updates on and everything. So it's not the simplest install, and that's kind of the price you pay, I guess, for it being free. But given how it turned out, I have to say that it's worth it, and it's one of those sceneries that you once you've got it installed, I'll probably come back more because it does look so good. So if I ever do fly some tube liner stuff, this is by far the nicest Bravo airport that I have. So this will probably be a fun destination to try out. We're going to use a different Bravo transition as well, and we'll kind of play that by ear. I've never done it before, and I haven't fully briefed the little plate on it, but it doesn't seem like it's too difficult, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But it'll at least be a different, slightly different look for crossing the LAX Bravo. And don't mind the NOTAM that the runway is closed. We're gonna pretend like that doesn't exist. White League, happy little Friday. I am hoping to check out the plane tomorrow and see if I can get an update
call runway assignment and hold short
on
instructions.
the
Advise on initial contact. You have
and
information, Charlie.
GPS. Hopefully we're getting
San Diego
close.
International Lindbergh Field. ATC information, Charlie. 0051 Zulu. Wind 330 at 6. Visibility 9er. Few clouds at 500. Few clouds at 1,000. 25,000 scattered. Temperature 17. Dew point 14. Altimeter 3004. Arriving and departing runway 27. Visual, RNAV, and localizer runway 27 approach in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information early. San Diego International Lindbergh Field. ATIS information, Charlie. 0051.
Yeah, here's the Aspen. We were talking about this a little bit in the Discord, which if you're not in the Discord, there's a link below, and also if you're watching this and not in it, it's really become my favorite thing ever. It's so much fun. I love it. I mention that every time. But this is the feet per minute little indicator right there. So if you're looking ahead in the sim, particularly in the sim, but also in the real world, I had trouble the one time that I've flown with an Aspen. That is the vertical speed right there. That little number. There's also a bar, and I can't remember if it's a solid bar or if it's like a needle that goes up and down. But the vertical speed is on the side here as well. So if you only have this and not your vertical speed indicator, it's a real pain in the ass to actually see what you're climbing out at. Most of the time, I would probably guess that you're going to have a VSI, so it's not that big of a deal if you want to just glance at this. But the plane that I happened to fly in did not have the vertical speed indicator, and you couldn't tell. It was a pain in the butt.
Pull up. Pull up.
Who's this going to be? TTV 737 South. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome officially to the party. Happy little Friday, everybody. All right, let's not waste any more gas here on the ramp and go to 25.9 and see what is what. I think it's a pretty slow night on
Showing
fire.
ground November 872 Foxtrot Charlie, west ramp with Oscar Ray for taxi.
872 Foxtrot Charlie, showing ground runway 20 right taxi via Bravo Kilo.
20 right via Bravo Kilo 872 Fox Charlie.
Lindbergh clearance, good evening. Bonanza 9072 Sierra VFR departure request. He hates when I cold call.
Oh dear.
He hates it. He hates it.
Number 9072 Sierra. Number clearance. Go ahead.
Yeah, Limber Clearance, good evening. A Bonanza 9072 Sierra, we're a BE36 Slant Gulf. We've got information, Charlie. We'd like flight following to Santa Ynez, 8,500 via the Coliseum route, 9072 Sierra. I think it's 1,500 feet is the departure out of here.
Number 9072 Sierra is cleared out of the San Diego Bravo airspace. On departure, fly heading 310 and maintain VFR at 2,000. Departure frequency 119.6, squawk 3532.
3532. Bonanza 9072 Sierra cleared out of the San Diego class Bravo on departure, flight heading 310, out or below 2000, departure frequency 19.6, 3532, 9072 Sierra. I think I got
Number 9072 Sierra, it's a hard altitude restriction at 2,000, otherwise the readback is correct. It's not an at or below.
Right, roger that. Hard altitude restriction at 2,000 and 9072 Sierra.
72 Sierra, thanks, Rebecca.
Okay. So this is kind of goofy on this one. I really like popping this thing out if I have to do something particular, like a heading, because it's not great. So 310 right there, and we'll get rid of that.
John Wayne Tower, Diamond 134 Mike Whiskey, clear runway 20 right at Echo for the executive hangars.
Number 4 Mike Whiskey.
All right, 310
Bill's
is
one
in
of my
there.
favorite guys to yell at.
Pass for the exit. Alpha this frequency. Thanks much, 4 Mike Whiskey. Have a great night. You too.
2,000, that's fine there. And let's get the transponder on. And 3532 altitude mode. Toss-ups, is there a way to watch back my landings to tell how 3-point landings and tail draggers are
Showing
going?
tower number 8. Charlie,
Alt
holding short to
R.
the right at Kilo. Ready for takeoff.
Alt R, put you in
Charlie
reclaim
Joey Tower,
mode.
runway 20 right at Kilo, clear for takeoff.
20 right at Kilo. Clear for takeoff. 872 Fox Charlie.
Welcome. The next thing I'm going to do is we have 2 VORs that we're going to track on the way up there. And I'm going to put the first one here in nav 1, and it is 115.7 right there. And then the next one is Van Nuys, and that is 13.1. That in there. 13.1 is in standby, and then I'm going to pull up the second one.
Thanks, radar services terminated. Connect to tower 118.1.
And do 13.1 in there. Oh, that's actually the wrong. 2. There we go. 13.1 is Van Nuys, and then Seal Beach is 15.
Victor Field Tower, 671 Romeo is 5 to the east, level 2000, inbound with November.
6714 Romeo Bakersfield Tower, good evening. Enter a left downwind, runway 30 right, runway 30 right, clear to land, wind 110 with 4.
So we're going to pop this thing out again.
Left down,
and
runway 30 right, clear to land, runway 30 right, 6714 Romeo.
372 Foxtrot Charlie, connect SoCal departure.
Number SoCal 872 Fox Charlie.
120. So let's go to 120.
872 Foxtrot Charlie, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 5,000.
That there, okay. That should be enough monkeying around for right now. And put in ground, which is 23. Is 23.9 right? Yep, 23.9 is correct. Tower is 18.3. 18.3. And now we have to look at where the hell I am. Okay, Let's go to full screen. I like having all of the like the full deal here. And we are over on the west end, over by the US custom gates. We're over by at the end of Alpha. And then we're just gonna get Bravo 1 to 27, I guess. So we're on the west end. Limburg Ground, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, over on the west side, far west side parking, taxi with Charlie.
9072 Sierra Limburg Ground, or 27 taxi via Bravo.
27 Bravo 9072 Sierra.
872 Foxtrot Charlie, turn right heading 310 when able, proceed direct, CLV, resume on navigation.
So we got a long taxi, so we can do our kind of rolling run up. I don't think this is a movement area yet. So I don't want to run those chocks over. So far, the frame rate seems to be okay. That might be Alpha, and I think this is Bravo here, yeah. Okay. It's a little, it feels like it's a little bit sluggish, but not too bad. I'm looking at the lines going by in the window to the left there, right behind me for you guys. And they look like they're moving pretty smoothly. Yeah, that looks pretty good. The texturing on the actual taxiway here is really impressive. That looks really nice. You can just see. Don't mind my swerving here. It's one of those simisms that I'm starting to realize is that if it feels good in some planes, it might not be good for others. Like this is super touchy in this plane, but the 172 is not as touchy. I like that you know the term tank slappers as well, Ryan. That the first time I said that in this sim, no one knew what the hell I was talking about. They're not fun. Yeah, I mean, this looks good. It's a little bit dead in terms of movement. If there was just like a couple of big planes moving around, and now that I'm actually moving the camera around, I'm seeing some frame rates during the camera movements. If they're like drastic enough, that's actually looks a little bit smoother. But yeah, this is impossible to taxi straight in this thing. Okay, so this texture doesn't look as good. Not to say that it doesn't look like this in real life, but it does look a little bit more repeaty. But just this feel right now, like taxiing in this view with all the construction equipment, the grass, the city in the background.
By Alpha, be past the Cat 5.
With a nice,
Alpha 14 Romeo.
nice draw distance on the buildings. Looks really good. The grass here in between the taxiway and the runway looks a little bit better from the ground than it did as we were flying above. Looks a little bit more real. We don't really need this right now. It's supposed to be showing off a scenery, not force like just up there. Yeah, pretty good. This is a freaking long ass taxi. My God. Long ass taxi. It's not a successful flight unless you get yelled at. Alright, and we're going to make this a nice little high performance takeoff too and rip out of here. So we'll keep it in ground effect until the departure end. We may be up in the air. That's a kind of interesting that they have that.
Approaching runway 27.
They have that blocked off. Huh. But yeah, we'll keep this in ground effect until the departure end and then just crank it. Okay, go over to tower, and then our departure frequency was 19.6. 19.6, okay. Looks good, everything looks good. Pretty cool looking airport. So I'll try to hit up a quick little tower view too as we're in ground effect there. Lindbergh Tower, Bonanza 9072 Sierra short 27.
Take it back. Lindbergh Tower, runway 27, clear for takeoff, wind 320 at 3.
Clear for takeoff 279072 Sierra. Oh crap, did I... Of course. My hands just immediately type SNA. Way too used to doing that. There we go. That is been rectified. Okay. Lights coming on. We are in alt mode.
Approaching runway
Audio
27.
on. Mute myself. Thank you. And mixture is full rich. Clear to the left. Clear to the right. Lock that window up. And we're just going to be in ground effect all the way down. Center line. Bring up the power. Okay. Powerful. Airspeed is alive. Green, green, green. Green, green. There's 80. Slowly lift her off there. The gear coming up. Just keep it there. Oh, that's too much climb. Want it to be lower than that. Pulled up some speed. Put the nose down to help with that. There's 140, departure into the runway. Up to 2000, and let's get 310 heading. A little bit more.
72, back radar, correction 72 Sierra, radar contact, departure.
Departure 9072 Sierra. SoCal departure, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 1,300 climbing 2,310 heading.
Bonanza 9072 Sierra, SoCal departure. Cancel the altitude restriction. Proceed on the shoreline northeastbound, correction northwestbound.
Alright, cancel altitude restriction, proceed along the coast, 9072 Sierra. Carmen or bust. Ring police, how's it going? The Aspen is cool. I have a little bit of time with a 172 with an Aspen. It's cool, but it's hard. There's some stuff about it that's hard to read, and I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's pretty cool. It's whatever's in the plane that you can fly, gang. Whatever your plane has is awesome because you get to fly it. Whatever it is.
Here, Park traffic 2 o'clock, 5 miles, southeastbound, 3,500, indicated type unknown.
We're looking for that traffic, 72 Sierra. I think it only gets, it only becomes important when you're looking to buy or are in a situation where you can choose between the planes, or you fly so much and have particular needs, and you need to be picky. I don't care. I would fly any single one of them, all of them. Low wing, high wing, steam, glass, G1000, G5, Aspen. As long as I have access to it, whatever. Whatever. Just let me get up in the air, man. Yeah, and if it's your money and you're sourcing something, definitely whatever you like more or makes sense financially, then have at it. But otherwise, you know, and the simulator I think is a pretty good example of a time that you can be picky. If there's a plane that has an avionics suite that you particularly like, you know, fly that more. You know, where we've got the luxury of choice in this environment with little to no downside. You know, there's no cost associated with any of this, so you know, you can just pick and choose whatever. Okay, let's get lights coming off. See you later, beautiful San Diego. Bit flat texture wise, like the white looks a little bit flat. But overall pretty good. Yeah, it is loud. That's a good point, my bad. Are the Aspen's buttons backlit IRL for nighttime use? I have no idea. I don't know. Is that really loud? All right, we're almost up. So these two extra, I kind of call them extra because I never use them, but the Coliseum route and the Hollywood Park route are 8,500 and 9,500 feet, and they're just they're not usable for anybody that is trying to transition the Bravo from within the LA area. It's really designed for San Diego traffic, and I've never used any of them, so this is going to be a first time, and it's pretty easy. There's an inbound radial for the Seal Beach VOR, and then after that you're basically just going between Seal Beach and Van Nuys, so you shouldn't have much problem. I mean, you put it in the GPS and you know should be fine, but it's a pretty simple transition. You know, there's not much. Routes may not be available when runways 6 and 7 are in use at LAX. You know, for departing traffic, if they're going reverse ops, that's really it. Pretty straightforward.
Call approach, November 872 Foxtrot Charlie, level 5000.
Turn down the exterior sense.
Charlie, circle approach on 30,
Alright,
number 3003. Advise your information uniform.
Does this thing have the volume?
Expect the ILS runway 6 approach.
Alright, 3003.
We'll go custom
with uniform
and exterior.
ILS 6. 872 Foxtrot Charlie.
Yeah, it's still just like super loud. Now you can like barely hear it on the inside. I'll move it up a little bit, and I just will be a little bit more selective on the external view. Okay, nope, there's our altitude. We're too busy screwing with the volume. We want to be at 8,500. I desperately want to get the autopilot on. Alright, there's that. And then we're going to go AP, heading, altitude. And see how that goes. Alright, let's get 28.1 is going to be next. And that inbound, I'm going to check the plate real quick. 120, and I think that's what I have in here. Yep, 120. Inbound there. Alright, now this is going to help for this transition to have an actual flight plan in the GPS. And these are VORs, so they will be very short. Yep. And then Van Nuys. Is that? Yep. And then we are heading to our first destination. I should have checked to see
Charlie cross Paradise at 5,000.
if there was any FSC jobs I could.
Cross Paradise at 5,000, cleared ILS 6, 872 Foxtrot Charlie.
Are the radios loud now? And there we go. Okay. Why did you choose the A36 versus the F33? No, I think the A36 is faster. Not the way I'm flying it right now, because I'm not paying attention to that. I think the A36 is supposed to be faster on this, because the F33 is like the 250 or whatever horsepower. This should be 285, but I'm not sure. I just wanted to fly 720, but I haven't raced them.
For 686 Charlie Alpha, what's your aircraft type?
Okay, let's get...
For 668 Charlie Alpha type aircraft. Someone else wanted IFR, go ahead.
Okay, that should be good there.
Swing Delta 577 Juliet Lindbergh clearance. Roger, on request, Delta's current. Number 72 Sierra, leaving the Bravo airspace.
Roger, 72 Sierra, thanks.
Number 72 Sierra, digital navigation.
ONAV, 72 Sierra. Okay, ONAV, we could go probably direct SLI right now. So let's do that. I'm going to try this.
Roger, 686 Charlie Alpha.
We'll go...
Montgomery Tower, stay direction of flight.
Oh, was it not going to do it? Oh, you can't do it on that. I forgot. We'll do GPS.
Charlie Alpha, proceed on course, runway 28, right clear for takeoff.
Nav mode. And we should bank to the left.
SoCal, 872 Foxtrot Charlie, can we get the visual for runway 6 and 2 San Bernardino?
San Bernardino. We're up high enough that we...
November 872 Foxtrot Charlie.
Probably okay at this.
Do you have the airport in sight?
Over the water here, but I'm going to go... we're going to skip Oceanside, and we're going to go direct to Seal Beach.
No, it's this time, 872 Foxtrot Charlie.
And once this thing gets
872 Foxtrot Charlie, we do have the airport in sight.
Gets on that magenta line, it'll come back. But we can also go back here and go direct from where we are instead of direct from where we were. And we got Palomar over our
radio check loud and clear.
Right.
November 872 Foxtrot Charlie. Clear to visual approach runway 6.
Palomar.
All right, clear visual approach runway 6. 872
I did
Foxtrot
some
Charlie.
airport maintenance last night. Got rid of the double scenery that I had at Palomar and Catalina, so I'm happy about that. That's a cool airport. And we'll be overflying John Wayne. Ooh, aircraft carrier. That's enticing. That was one of my very early like favorite moments. I have before.
Alright, does that set you on 8632 heavy? Is that your call sign?
Let's see here.
Set you on 8632 heavy. Like clearance, go to San Francisco Airport. 8632 departure, Stokes transition, like clearance, go to San Francisco Airport. Climb via 6,500 transition, like departure frequency 122, squawk 2027.
Let's see. Last forever. Where is it? Filter by. I know there was...
we copied the risk.
Yeah, we copied the risk.
Heavy, you're back correct.
Where is it? But I stopped the flight on PilotEdge and just flew into the aircraft carrier.
Number 5077 Gillette, clear to Big Bear Airport.
Where the hell is it?
After departure, flight heading 310. Radar vectors.
Yeah, I don't know where it was.
Homeland. Correction, actually, radar vectors. Bondo.
Never mind.
Then that's filed. Maintain 2000. Expect 15,000.
So since Ryan played it,
departure frequency.
Let me tell you guys that if you're not in the Discord, I made contact with the Copy the Risk kid. He found me on Instagram, which was freaking hilarious.
Order 77 Juliet,
we copied the risk.
972 Sierra, kind of SoCal approach 128.1.
28-1, 9072 Sierra. And there isn't a moat
Charlie,
inbound on that,
100.45.
we'll see how that looks, but
Right over tower 119.45.
that was hilarious.
872 Fox Charlie.
SoCal approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 8,500.
It's 9072 Sierra, SoCal approach, John 1 altimeter 3002.
3002, 72 Sierra. Okay. You can see with this extra altitude, you know, like I wouldn't go to, if we're going to John Wayne, I wouldn't be at 8,500, but the glide distance is not bad. We've got 12 miles of glide distance, which is pretty nice. So we can be offshore a little bit more than we normally would be. Keep us out of this restricted area, which is always cold, but it's if you can safely just stay away from it, it's fine, because Pendleton out here is pretty active. We might not actually be able to see it.
Charlie Alpha, I saw the ident, but I didn't see you actually turn a transponder on. I need to go back and flip the switch.
I've been there in real life, and I've never landed there in the sim, because I'm always on PilotEdge, and we're not allowed in there, and I've never gone over there. Well, I'm definitely, I have my fingers crossed for good news on the Cessna. New GPS transponder, ADSB in and out. The annual is done. I detailed it over the weekend. Polished the spinner. Cleaned the windows. Conditioned the leather. Took all the bugs and tire scuff marks off of it. Waxed a huge chunk of it, not everything. Plane looks and smells fantastic, and I can't wait to get back into it. This whole ordeal needs to be over, and it will be eventually. But goddamn.
Charlie Alpha, yes sir, I see that now.
We might be right in the way of the approaches.
Okay, do 7 little golf, too much ground, stand by.
We're showing, that looks okay.
Five 77 Juliet. Lumber.
Does it want us to be on Victor 23? Yep, it does. It does want us to be on Victor 23.
What's your position right?
So that means that we need to be over a little bit.
577 Juliet, retire, roger. Runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Let's go. Let's do that intersection right there.
18632 heavy, LA ground, runway 25 right, taxi by Charlie, Charlie 1, Bravo.
Let's see if I can get that to work quickly here. So let's do...
Switch 18632 heavy, runway 25 right, taxi by Charlie, Charlie 1, Bravo.
What is it? Dana H.
Route 72 Sierra, cleared through Los Angeles Bravo airspace, Valley Coliseum route, northbound, maintain 8,500 miles by the Bravo.
All right, cleared through the Class Bravo via the Coliseum route, maintain 8,500 9072 Sierra. What are you doing? Whatever I just did not work at all. I want to go direct. Dana. What are you doing, dude?
South 900 base clearance, standby. Bird 5-1, Alpha Tango, clear to the March Air Force
Was
Base.
it? Why did all of a sudden go to the left?
340, Radar
That was weird.
vectors, Victor 186, as filed.
What model Cessna? It's a 172S.
1005, much after departure.
A beautiful 172S.
119.6, squawk 6447.
Yeah, that was weird, right? I mean, I'm like...
Well, Tango, back cut, except the radar vectors are to expect. You're not going to actually join Victor 186 until advised. Just want to verify you're not going to intercept that until advised.
Yeah, that was weird. I am fully...
Let's clarify that. The clearance was heading 340.
Fully prepared to take responsibility for that, but I don't know.
Until I tell you to.
Going direct, Dana,
heading 340
fixed whatever it did.
Until
So
by ATC to join Victor 186.
it was a quick little detour. But Dana to Seal Beach is Victor 23. And should be
or 77 Juliet kind of
on the VOR as well. So that should be centered as well. But this is
Southwest 900.
Pretty easy way to do it.
Clear to Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. Cowboy 8 departure. As filed. Climb via SID. Squawk 6.
We're doing 168 over the ground. I think we could probably pull the props back a little bit. What that does to the speed, I don't know.
900, back correct. For T5 shot Charlie, taxi surrender via Bravo, past the I-4 rating.
Can you get any increase?
Second departures with Cessna 5077 Juliet, level 2000, heading through 1.
5077 Juliet, so cut departure. Turn right, heading 360, climb, maintain 15,000.
Right, heading 360, climb, maintain 15,000, 77 Juliet.
Okay, so there's Dana. There's our turn at Dana.
Who else is calling?
That works. Now we're just going to head up Orange County. And
American 1871, LA clearance. Clear to the Charlotte Douglas Airport. Right, the DOTS 2 departure. Pre-transition as filed. Climb by SID.
Okay, everyone, shield your ears.
Departure 125.2. Squawk 2746. American 1871 are back correct. For 77 Juliet, traffic 11 o'clock, 2 miles northbound, 3,300, indicated type unknown, altitude unverified.
We're looking 77 Juliet.
Okay.
Scott 6165 shot John Wayne clearance, clear to Palomar Airport.
That did not help our
radar vectors,
speed.
Victor 23 as filed. Maintain 5,000. Departure 128.1. Squawk 3274.
Okay, so that's going up. I mean, I've got all the freaking manifold pressure. It's full. Full throttle. Charlie's Angels too.
Well, so here, give me 1 second. 77 Juliet, initial traffic 12 o'clock, 4 miles northbound along the shoreline, 4,500, indicated type unknown.
Aircraft in sight, 77 Juliet.
77 Juliet, your discretion, direct Tanner.
Cool.
For discretion, direct Tanner, 77 Juliet.
Oh, man.
7 Tango, go ahead.
Coming up on home base here.
Tango, I see the confusion here. Yeah, okay, so that's the route they put in apparently is not what you requested in your remarks here. Okay, I'll correct that for you. So your route, all right, your route should be Victor 186, Tanner, direct, Homeland, direct.
Brandon's on it. I love that dude.
We'll take a roger. Read back correct. And that's actually the San Diego Papa 22 tech route.
There's
not the
my
19,
office.
It's the 22 tech route.
That's how close. So my office is right at the bottom of the screen right there.
Chart supplement. It should show something there as
That's
well
how
on the back.
close I am to the airport.
Preferred routings, but
so awesome.
usually what we do on here is myflightroute.com. Helps with that. Check the website. There's something there about it.
Oh.
That's 77 Juliet, just to check direct Bondo or direct Tanner, you said Tanner last time.
We're 77 Juliet, hope this might reroute for you. Just direct Tanner, T-A-N-N-R, then join Victor 196 to Paradise.
Roger, direct Tanner and then Victor 196 Paradise, 77 Juliet.
186.
186, Roger.
It is pretty cool having a scenery
For 72 Sierra,
dialed
final approach on 127.4.
127.4 72 Sierra. 127.4. SoCal approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 8,500.
9072 Sierra, SoCal approach, Avalon altimeter 3007.
3007 72 Sierra.
First 1 up, thank you, let's go. Runway 35, taxi via Alpha.
Thanks, White Leg. Yeah, it does. It looks really nice. I'm super happy how it turned out. It's just everything is recognizable, which is the key to it. But at this altitude, it looks extra freaking good. You know, zooming in, like, I mean, it just looks freaking awesome. Zoom level 17, so when you can get into, like, zooming into tennis courts. That's pretty good. Being able to pick out.
Just be advised for your route.
Being able to pick out certain
which should put you down to
certain things. I mean, like having visibility of the river is super helpful on all the freeways. There's Miles Square Park.
That'd be perfect. We're willing to do whatever.
So that's how easy Miles Square Park is to see when you know what you're looking for. It is literally a square mile.
227 Lima Golf, Torrance Ground, thanks for your patience.
But this park over here is really nice. And I haven't played this golf course, but it's supposed to be nice as well. Okay, we're coming up to Seal Beach. And if we look at what we got to do next...
Switch 18632 heavy.
We're going to be outbound 306, and then Van Nuys, we're going to be on the 125. So right here, that is pretty solid.
227 Lima Golf, clear to
so
Van
if we
Nuys
go
Airport.
to
Departure fly runway
Van Nuys, look at that.
Intercept Los Angeles 170 radial to Limbo.
To that.
Victor 64. Santa Monica 125 radial.
That is
Santa Monica, Van Nuys filed. Maintain 3,000. Expect 4,000 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 134.9er. Squawk 1330.
Oh man. There we go. Is this thing working at all? Oh, maybe it's not moving because we're not on VOR mode. That's probably why. I will just leave it be then, because it's going to make the turn anyway.
7 limit golf read correct. Information India is current.
Slight turn to the right after we
7 limit golf right 29 right, taxi via
Seal
Alpha and
Beach.
Juliet. Progression to the southeast side, so it'll be just Juliet. 29 right via Juliet. Pitch 186, 32 heavy, LA Tower,
visibility is
25
not
right, clear for takeoff, wind 2208.
great. What's the meter at Long Beach? Still showing 10 miles. Well, I mean, I guess that probably is 10 miles, but still kind of limited.
Vision 501 Alpha Tango West the Tower, runway 35, clear for takeoff, wind calm.
Okay, there's a turn to the right after Seal Beach. And we're Coliseum routing. Here's Long Beach.
Papa.
Long Beach scenery needs some love.
Sunless ground, runway 29 taxi via Alpha.
I don't think those 3D objects are popping through.
We're 77 Juliet. I was able to make it work out. You can contact Los Angeles Center 125.27.
Perfect. Thank you very much. 2527, 77 Juliet.
We're 72 Sierra. Contact SoCal approach 134.9.
34-9-720.
Contact 77 Juliet, LA Center, Riverside, altimeter 3004. 1 up Tango, contact departure.
So, nope. I'll let him go.
Pitch 186, 32 heavy, contact departure.
We got 2 departures.
Departure 5 and 1 Alpha Tango 1.0, climbing 3000.
For 5-1 Alpha Tango, so if you have departure, hit our contact, climb maintain 10,000.
10,000, 1 Alpha Tango.
SoCal approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 8,500.
Bonanza 72 Sierra, 7 approach, LA altimeter 3002.
3002, 72 Sierra.
We're 77 Juliet, traffic 1 o'clock, 4 miles southeastbound, pushing 15,500, indicated type unknown, altitude unverified, should be notified, there appears to be divergent. American 1871, LA ground, runway 25 right, taxi via Charlie, Charlie 1, Bravo.
No, this is Brandon.
Good evening, SoCal departure, Sichuan 8630 Heavy with you at 4,000 feet for 5,000 feet.
Sichuan 8632 Heavy, SoCal departure, radar.
Yeah, once you get to Long Beach and you're at 8,500, look at how tiny LA looks.
Or 61605,
like we're already
right, taxi via Bravo, Kilo.
I mean, we're in LA now. You go from we just
Tango. Turn left heading 320, intercept Victor
just crossed John Wayne and now we're in LA.
Left to 320, intercept
Like
Victor
there's
186,
frames are
1
really
Tango.
hurt now. There's Compton. And then you've got the 110 right here, which you'll find Hawthorne, if you follow that. So there's Hawthorne right there. And then beyond that, obviously,
North Tower, runway 29 right,
LAX.
clear for takeoff.
But yeah, doing close to 200 miles an hour in a straight line. This region gets really small. Airport is just beyond that hill. We are making pretty good time. Still 168 over the ground. It's definitely not the full 300 horsepower, dude. It's leaned okay. We lean it a little bit more.
South 500, roger.
My mother-in-law just texted me. So you got to answer that no matter what you're doing. This is where the new football stadium is going in. So that looks completely different in real life right now. LAX. That stupid airport. Shield your ears. Look at how freaking dense this place is. Good lord.
Limit off, roger, and it's hotel. That works for me. Over my 29 right, taxi hotel, Alpha Juliet.
So-called departure, Switch 1, 8630 Heavy, request higher.
Just such a huge freaking area, and it just goes all the way back.
Switch 1, 8632 Heavy.
All the way down through that valley.
Sid,
it's basically like this all the way until that
the climb
valley.
out to instruction allows you, once you're past start, to climb up to flight level 230. So technically, you're allowed to go all the way to 23.
It's crazy.
Okay, we're clear.
First event of the new stadium is in June. We are friends with the executive chef there.
Says that,
so we will be going to hopefully many of the events of that stadium. It should be.
Restriction for that is below 12,000.
It should be friggin' awesome.
You're allowed to climb up to flight level 230, which is the top altitude.
Okay, so the delivery didn't tell me the flight level 230 is my actual altitude. I'm so sorry for that, but we're going to climb all the way to flight level 230 for now. Switch 1, 8630.
Switch 1, 8236 Heavy. How familiar are you with the IFR flying under FAA?
Oh no.
I'm not sure. I used to fly in that sim, and they never told me to climb the SIV. Now I learned, so I would just climb all the way to the cruise now to fly over 230.
Switch 1, 8632 Heavy, roger. Just if you look at the chart, it says you took off of 25 right. It says Docker at or below 3,000, Evos at or below 5,000, and then it says Dart at or below 12,000. And then after Dart, there's no restrictions, and the top altitude on the SID is 230, so you should be able to climb up to that. I suggest doing some research on what climb by a SID means.
Alright, I'll do some research about what climb by the SID means.
Copy the rest.
So, which means after Docker, I can climb all the way to level 230 without the instruction. Is that right?
Precipitate Charlie up, Palomar Tower, standby. 5077 G, I got a shortcut for you. Turn left, correction, on my directions today. Turn right, heading 350, and on that heading, intercept Victor 442.
Okay. So now we're out of the Bravo. And and we are gonna be a thorn in Burbank side, maybe for a minute here.
Level 230 for now, and I don't really have time to discuss it on the frequency, but just look that up online on what climb by SID means, and if you have any questions, you can contact support.
Okay, I'll just go climb 230 for now, and I'm going to do some research about that, and thank you very much.
Sichuan 632 Heavy, contact Los Angeles Center on 135.5, 35.5.
Look at how cool that looks.
35.5, Sichuan 8630 Heavy.
With Sierra, contact SoCal approach 134.2, you're leaving the Bravo airspace.
34-2, leaving the Bravo, 72 Sierra.
1871, LA Tower, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
Burbank is right over there. Whoa. SoCal approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 8,500.
Sichuan 632 Heavy after.
God, that looks so good.
907
Looks
Sierra,
so good.
SoCal approach, bank altimeter 3001.
3001 is 72 Sierra. Yeah, a heavy.
430 Echo Papa, San Luis Tower, runway
Heavy,
29er,
too.
clear for takeoff. November 1 Alpha Tango, descend and maintain 8,000.
Not that that makes really much difference, but
1 Alpha Tango down to 8,000.
I freaking love the way this ortho looks. This is like a perfect altitude
134.2.
to enjoy.
That's actually 135.4, 35.4.
35.4, 1 Alpha Tango.
Who else was calling? I got 5 guys calling at one.
Yeah, that looks pretty freaking cool. Flying
666 Charlie Alpha, what's your request?
right over Van Nuys. This route is interesting. It just keeps you perfectly out of everybody's way for the most part.
Charlie Alpha, contact SoCal approach 119.6 for radar services.
SoCal approach 511 Alpha Tango 9.8, descending 8,000. We have
19.6,
at March, request the RNAV 32.
6 Charlie Alpha, it's 119.6. For 501 Alpha Tango, SoCal approach, Ontario, altimeter 3003. Advise you have the weather at March, it's Foxtrot's current. You said you want the RNAV for 32?
There are 4 golf courses right there.
3003, we do have Foxtrot, request the RNAV 32.
Yeah, I gotta get back on the links. Yeah, you're right. There are 4.
November 501 Alpha Tango, Roger. Cleared direct to DHAM. Expect the RNAV right 32 approach.
All right, cleared direct DHAM. Expect the RNAV 32 1 Alpha Tango.
This is kind of a cool view right here. Not that one. This one. You can see outside, but also
Archer 666 Charlie Alpha, level
all the crap going on.
5 miles west of Palomar.
I'm gonna keep this view for a little bit. Kind of like that.
Roger.
Okay, how far do we have?
900, Vegas ground, runway 25 right, taxi via Charlie, and correction, 26 right, taxi via Charlie Bravo.
We've picked the speed up, so now we're doing actual A36 cruise.
Number 666 Charlie Alpha, SoCal approach, squawk 2322.
So that's good.
Squawk 2322, 666 Charlie Alpha.
Sichuan 8632, contact Los Angeles Center 133.2. Number 227 Lima Golf, Torrance Tower, runway 29 right, clear for takeoff. Number 616 Sierra Fox, had you call ready to go? Number 616 Sierra Fox, John Wayne Tower, runway 20
Everyone say hi to White Leg.
Wind 220 at 3.
That's pretty cool, man. It's weird. Like I've done that before a few times. It's weird when you see your area in the sim and like somebody else flying over it. It really feels like you could wave to them. In this view, I can feel the vibration from the window against my headset. Oh, I know, right? Like just right in your skull. Bzzz.
Let's see here, stand by.
What's up, Yoshi? Yoshi, I always like it when you are here and watch the stream. It's like, it's very validating. Finally getting over, dude, if you had the same thing that I did, I am too. It was like such a freaking nightmare, dude. Basically 4 weeks of being sick, not like on my ass flu fever sick, but just like miserable sinusy coffee chest thing. Just sucks, dude. It really sucks.
I'm playing across D way.
Going to Santa Ynez, White Lake.
T-ham at about 4,500.
Head cold led to a sinus infection, led to a blocked ear. So I had everything up to the blocked ear. Head cold, sinus infection.
460 Foxtrot, kind of departure.
I'm sure it grounded you for a while, right?
At departure.
SoCal November 6160 Foxtrot 1600, climbing 5000.
Number 6160 Foxtrot, SoCal departure, radar contact.
Departure 7 Lima Golf is at 900 up to 3000.
Yeah, Santa Paula should
be 227 Lima Golf, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb maintain 4000. Be sure to your
I think, no, Santa Paula's on the other side. Haven't flown since the 8th. Dropping trips and swapping numbers.
Yeah, that Alpha radar contact, about 7 miles.
Next way, I don't really have a waypoint. It's just, we're just going direct to Santa Ynez. We're going straight there. Might get a little bit bumpy.
666 Charlie Alpha. We're 666 Charlie Alpha, roger. Flight heading 070, maintain VFR, vectors to the ILS, runway 24, practice approach.
Start taking a look at what the weather's showing.
Turn heading 070, maintain VFR, runway 24, practice ILS,
080.
666 Charlie Alpha.
We're 1 up at Tango, Contact March Tower, 127.65. 2765, good day, 1 up Tango.
210 at 5, so that's like completely flipped. Okay, so we're land 26. And it is right pattern for 8, so left pattern for 26.
We're 501 up Tango March Tower, runway 32.
We're gonna have to like dive bomb that thing. Alright, I'm gonna do...
And SoCal approach 666 Charlie Alpha. Did I have an altitude restriction?
So I think what
heading of
the best
6 Charlie Alpha negative
way to do this
186.32
is to come out over here and then enter
186.32, climb maintain flight level 350.
Enter a downwind, and then we'll go. That's not gonna help. But yeah, we'll enter a downwind, so we'll descend as soon as we get clear of the mountains. Whoa! Hello. Boom!
Correction, Sichuan 8632, heavy negative now at this time. Give me 1 moment, please. 5077 Juliet, descend to maintain 14,000.
So we'll go as soon as I can. Start descending here into that, down into that valley, and then enter the left or right. It's right traffic for 8, so left traffic.
Los Angeles Center 135.5.
35.5, 72 Sierra.
Southwest 900, if not already, count at departure.
And so it's really the opposite way. But we can still cross over and do that.
Foxtrot, turn left, heading 100, intercept.
Alright, I think that's the answer. Hey Dave, what's happening? What picture is that on your iPad background? That is a picture I took of
LA Center to Cessna
the
507
Piper I started flying with. I do need to change that picture.
5077 Juliet, LA Center.
I've got some much better
Victorville
ones.
altimeter is 3012. Advise you have the weather at Big Bear and SA approach request.
3012, we have the weather at Big Bear. We'd like the visual 2677 Juliet.
Oh, you have a similar looking one? Yeah, the sun setting with the plane in the foreground is a good one.
November 77 Juliet. Roger, but no problem. Flight heading 070.
But, yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Three vectors to the airport. Descend to maintain 10,000.
070, descend to maintain now 10,000.
LA Center, Bonanza 9072 Sierra 8500.
Bonanza 72 Sierra, LA Center, Camarillo altimeter 3004.
Camarillo altimeter 3004 72 Sierra. See if you caught that. Nope. It's Camarillo.
South 900 at location, Southwest 900, Vegas departure radar contact. American 330, your navigation suffix is invalid.
Also Piper with a red and white paint
job. Is essentially
they're good looking planes, man.
With,
I love that
and
plane.
More than just that, you are not capable aircraft to be able to fly the summer 1 departure, correction, the summer 2 departure. What's your navigation suffix? Do you have an FMC on board? Record 330, roger. Then more appropriately, I would suggest a code of slant Lima. I'm putting that in right now.
Okay, we can probably hold this, and then once we're down to
negative, don't do that. I've got it all plugged in now. I just wanted to let you know that next time you need to make sure that you have the proper navigation equipment code or the navigation suffix in your aircraft types on your flight plan next time. I've got it plugged in now, so you're fine. America 330, clear to San Francisco Airport. Summer 2 departure. Stoked transition as filed. Line by SID except maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 125.2.
Did you say Stoked transition?
Squawk 7407.
Oh, dude, I'm so stoked. Oh yeah, we're getting Santa Paula right below us. So stoked. This transition's so stoked. But that view,
back correct.
That's a beauty.
430 Papa San Maria Tower, enter right down, runway 30, report midfield. 0 Papa, need to read back to runway assignment, runway 30. South 900, climb maintain flight level 190.
So oh, there's Santa Paula. There it is.
Number 77 Juliet at the airport, 1 o'clock, 1:30, 15 miles, port site.
77 Juliet, have the airport side.
So Santa Ynez is a tiny little airport. I do have a scenery for it. It's a little cutie.
I've only got one aircraft.
So we'll keep this one really short. It'll probably be just a full stop taxi back. What runway do we have actually?
Yeah, change advisory approved.
Aircraft is in sight, sorry, and we'll squawk and talk VFR. 77 Juliet, have a wonderful night. Thanks, show.
2,800 feet. Full stop taxi back.
Southwest 900 for Howard, County, Los Angeles Center, 124.62.
No, full stop taxi back. I don't know this plane well enough to do a stop and go. Even if it's like a money short field landing on the numbers, I don't know it. ADM Yoshi.
Center, good evening. Southwest 900 at 19,000.
10 miles past the lake to the west.
Okay, 330 Southwest 900.
Yep. Yeah, because we'll probably not see it right away, and if we know the lake is there, we can keep the I don't know what you'd call it.
Situ 18632, contact Oakland
the
Center
upwind.
127.45.
offset upwind, I guess.
Center 12745.
We could do a break. We could just do an overhead break too. We don't have to do.
Camera ground runway 26, taxi via Foxtrot.
Yeah, we could just do a break. Very smart of you. Thank you, Yoshi.
What's your type of craft and direction of flight again? And what's your type of aircraft?
Yeah, we'll do a break. We'll do an overfly and a break.
Right.
With left traffic for 26. And we don't have to monkey around with any particular traffic pattern. That will suffice. Yeah, even, I mean, I guess, and Yoshi, you can correct me if I'm wrong here,
Roger.
but
And this is a tip for next time.
if it's an untowered airport,
you don't have to put in
just
the departure and arrival airport.
straight in approaches is not a good idea.
Departure procedure and your route.
I feel like
simply putting in.
So I'm gonna probably just always default to doing some kind of pattern.
That's all I want to see
if it can be an overhead break, get a look at the field close up.
I'm going to go ahead and fix that right now. So
you know, get a feel for what the approach looks like if it's a new airport. That's probably my preferred. Crossing over and entering whatever downwind would probably be number 2.
Flying by sit except maintain 4,000.
That's the PPL check right answer. Yes, good.
Squawk 443.
Even if it's allowed, because I know in some of it they don't explicitly say don't do it, but I've just even if it is easy and quiet, sounds quiet, especially if it's someplace you've never been to. But I'm glad that would be an acceptable check ride answer to that thought. I do straight in whenever possible. I want to minimize my time in uncontrolled traffic pattern. Yeah. It's just situation by situation, I would imagine. If it sounds quiet on the radio and it's a place you've never been to, you know, I would probably still do something where I can take a look at the field first. If it's someplace that you're pretty familiar with and it's quiet on the radio and it doesn't look like anybody's there, straight in would be fine. I do a
720 advise prior to any altitude changes.
Roger that. We'll let you know before we start descending into Santa Ynez. 720. I don't do a wrong direction base, but I'll just do a 5-mile final from final approach fix in that case. Or if it's quicker to do the normal pattern, I'll do that.
For 6 Charlie Alpha, flying 160.
My first PPL cross country, I flew like a 15-mile straight into some small uncontrolled.
For 6 Whiskey Papa Roger, go ahead.
Well, I flew a 40-mile straight in. It was towered, but
people talked beforehand. So next time, let me know if you want to hold and wait for it. We can go ahead now.
40 miles straight into San Luis Obispo, which is the direction that we're headed in now. But yeah, uncontrolled, I feel like that's a little bit, to me, a little risky. Not knowing the area. I think French Valley, I'd probably feel pretty comfortable going straight into French Valley, but anything else, if I haven't been there before.
Back correct. We're 6 Charlie Alpha, 3 miles from Escon. Turn right, heading 220. Maintain 3,500 to establish localizer. Cleared ILS, my 24 price approach. Maintain VFR.
All right, we slowed down a little bit. The reasoning you're offering for what you want to do is good, and that makes sense. What you want to do is the correct decision.
You bastard, that was going to be money!
Hello, Bradley.
Foxtrot, contact SoCal approach, 119.6.
Only room for one CFI, the CFI. Brad, are you back home? I hope you're back home safe and sound.
LA Centers, Cessna 25477.
After a brief detention by the federales,
500 with
you've
request.
returned home. Nice. Did you get released from jail?
Number 515 to take off correction Camarillo Tower. Runway 26, clear for takeoff.
Brandon, dude, it's Camarillo.
November 25477 LA Center, standby. For 616 Sierra Foxtrot, SoCal approach, did you call up?
Hey Brad, you may recognize this livery.
For 616 Sierra Foxtrot, SoCal approach, long altimeter 3003. Thanks for Mike.
At least my bail money has an awesome exchange rate. Simone Holmes.
6 Sierra Foxtrot, you on the IT rating or no? Roger, might want to go read the hotel real quick. Right at hotel, contact the ground. See ya!
Hello, Maximus.
Now you read the thing before I fail you, alright? Read it real quick.
Read the thing before I fail you. read it before I fail you.
430 Papa Taxi ramp via Alpha. This frequency is passed for the Cat 4 rating.
Nope, I wanted to go... What did I just hit? I did not mean to hit that. I meant to hit that. There we go. Yeah, Max, I love being... I love you keeping us up to date on the ATP stuff. It's super cool. So forgive my ignorance on this. The ATP rating forces you to learn certain systems and procedures on planes that you might not intend to fly.
Pursuit 6 Charlie Alpha, cannot pull up our tower 18.6.
They teach you a lot about 121 world. Okay.
For 605 shot, see on the second bullet point there, it says you have to request the approach.
Kind of, but not really. CTP is more of a training thing generalized to jets. They don't bother much with systems and procedures for the jets. Okay.
For 686 Charlie Alpha, Palomar Tower, runway 24, cleared to land. The wind calm.
I think we can start crawling down a little bit.
Southwest 900, cross 10, set maintain, flight level 2990.
Pattern altitude is 1600. 1674. Field elevation is 674 and 22.8. 22.8. Yeah, those long ass Bermuda trips really
departure, squawk 7215.
start the meter running. 6 more in February. Jesus, dude.
7215.
Gotta get back out to the West Coast soon, dude.
This was got 10. 5 to Tango, this is the Cat 10. I didn't have it in your notes, so make sure you request it next time. If you did, I
5 to 6 hours. Wow.
5 to Tango, you're contact 1 mile north Camarillo Airport, 5500 Camarillo altimeter 3004.
Camarillo, dude. If Brandon pops in here, we gotta fix that. SoCal approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. We're going to start our descent into Santa Ynez.
72 Sierra, got at Santa Barbara approach 120.55.
12055, 72 Sierra. I did before, Ryan. I don't know if that's a douchey thing to just hop on and say Camarillo. But I should correct him nicely. Santa Barbara approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 8,500.
Roger, 72 Sierra. Santa Barbara approach, Santa Barbara altimeter 3003. Advise you of the weather NOTAMs at Santa Ynez Airport, or the airport in sight.
Yeah, we've got all the information at Santa Ynez, and we've got the airport in sight, 72 Sierra.
Sierra, I'll keep you on the frequency a little while longer for some traffic.
Roger that, sounds good, 72 Sierra. Sounds like a plan.
Alpha, Roger. On departure, your missed approach instructions will be fly runway heading and maintain 30,000.
There, 500 feet per minute.
Southwest 900, did you get my instruction to cross 10 to 290?
That button does not want to work.
900, Roger, cross 10. I'll tell you what, just send a maintain flight level 290, it'll be easier on you.
Definitely want it to be easier.
5150 Tango, kind of SoCal approach 134.2.
Over to SoCal approach 134.2, 50 Tango.
Tell you what, I give up.
5456 Tango, send those ground.
SoCal approach, bearing November 515 Tango with you, 5,500.
5 Zulu Tango.
Oh, I plan on saying copy the risk as soon as I have the ability to, Yoshi.
3003, 50 Tango.
We copy the risk.
Yoshi, I don't know if you heard, but I was contacted by the Copy the Risk kid. So, very excited about that.
For 43 X-ray Sierra Burbank clearance. Your filed flight plan is not.
It was quite the moment.
To put it this way, you didn't follow the right route, and even if it was close to it, you're not supposed to put the airports in the actual route portion of your flight plan. I need to go back and check the route you're supposed to fly and plug it in properly, please.
No, his dad flies the same plane that that I fly. Max, I saw that. I saw that I had a Discord notification, so I actually already peeked at it. The website looks awesome, dude. That's so funny.
Cyberjet 396 ground, clear to Grand Canyon Airport, flight heading 250. Vectors Hector, S-file, maintain 6,000. Expect 13,005 minutes after departure.
My last couple takeoffs, I drifted to the left, right at 55 knots. Do you slowly increase right rudder pressure? The faster you get on the roll. I'm on the center line the whole roll till the end in a 172. Thanks, forgot to ask my instructor today. Dave, in the real world or in the sim? But yeah, there isn't a magic value is the perfect way to say it. However much you need to stay centered.
Departure 109.6.
Oh, look at that. Right down the old pipe. That's awesome.
Charlie Alpha, kind of departure 119.6.
See those Vassies nice and clear. That helps. I'm just going to aim for those 2 pixels.
Between you and the field, radar services terminated.
Add more the faster you get. Maybe, but usually, I mean, it just add however much you need at whatever speed you are, but it will likely be that. As soon as
no traffic is there between you and the field, radar services terminated. Squawk and maintain VFR, change to advisory.
Squawk and VFR, change to advisory 9072 Sierra. once you rotate, the you will probably need more right rudder because of the P factor will increase at that point. It's not actually because you're getting faster, it's because you're increasing angle of attack on the prop. P factor is increasing, more right rudder is needed. Yes! Yes! I said it right as Brad was typing it. I got it right. Science. Yes. That's what 3 months straight of check ride ramping up will do. Good student. Good boy. What am I doing here? Santa Ynez traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 5 miles to the east, overhead brake, runway 25, report initial 2 mile, Santa Ynez. That was actually pretty high. Oh yeah, what was that's what I was gonna do. I knew I forgot something. Is there a VFR button? Yep, there is. Beautiful. Do you use any free video editing software, or do you pay for stuff? I pay for stuff. I used Premiere for work for years, and I can't use anything else. It's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow, but there's no replacing the functionality on that thing. There's nothing free that really comes close. 2 mile initial, Santa Ynez for overhead brake, left traffic, runway 26, Santa Ynez.
Short final, runway 26.
Looking at all these GoPro movies, and I want to do a lot of cutting. Yeah, I mean, you can get, I think there's a Premiere trial, and if you find yourself doing more of it, you know, you can always, you know, re-up it, but it's worth it. Okay, and we're going to be in the brake in 3, 2, 1, go. Santa Ynez traffic, Bonanza in the brake, left traffic, runway 26, Santa Ynez. Okay, there, we're good there. Keep it coming around. All right, so we got props full forward, we got mixtures full rich, we got lights coming on, we got cowl flaps open. I have no idea what my altitude is at. It's 150 feet low, and then we're a beam there. Start slowing it down. Let's get the gear coming in. Still have no idea what my airspeed is or altitude. Left base 26, Santa Ynez traffic. So an overhead brake is like a high pass into the pattern. I don't know this maneuver. Yeah, Brad, you poor spar. Pull, roll, best. My bad. Oh crap. Final 26, Santa Ynez. Overshot that a tiny bit. 3 green. Flying with the blinders on, not a good idea. And this thing you need to trim it a bunch if I remember. I turned down the engine volume and I can't hear anything. Whoa. Final-ish, no kidding. Santa Ynez traffic, Bonanza clear, runway 26, taxi back, departure 26, Santa Ynez. GA pilot, what up, man? that'll get exciting. Anybody got an extra main gear strut? Bill needs 2 new ones. Was that really that hard, do you think? Oh, shit. The landing rate plugin said butter. That means it had to have been good.
Approaching runway 0826.
Brick. Oh, on the turnoff, yeah. Believe it or not, GA pilot, yes. Just not one of these planes. Need a new prop now too. Need new tires, need new rudder. I should dial back this rudder curve stuff. This is an imposter though. You don't have this goofy friggin' Aspen. You just broke the wheels off, side loading the gear, turning off while braking. That definitely happened. It was either that or going straight into the grass. Okay. I usually fly a 172 GA pilot. What about you? Yeah, scammers, we've talked about that. It is completely
approaching runway 26.
Just illegible, but luckily you've retained most of the instruments that it's replacing. The vertical speed is a joke. I mean, it's just like that little tiny number right there. I'm supposed to be able to read that piece of crap? I don't think so. Can't we turn up the engine sound without the exterior sound making my ears bleed? Not really. Not really. I can open up the window. I don't know, how about that? Student GA pilot. Soon to be. It sounds fine now. Let's see what the... Yeah, like it kicks on. It like goes on cam and then just like bleeds your ears. Let's keep the RPMs up a little bit. Brad, I'm going to try to swing by the airport after work tomorrow and see if I can spot anything, any progress. So here is the Santa Ynez. I forgot to even like look at this, but here is the Santa Ynez scenery. Grass looks nice. Textures look okay. The toy box is kind of funny. This is an actual hangar, custom parking spot, so you can load up in that hangar, which is pretty funny. But pretty basic scenery, but it's a cool little airport with a really pretty scenery. And I had this custom scenery. It's a freeware as well. Never been to it. So what are you doing, bud? Who is that? Is that a I mean, it's definitely a CSL plane, but is that a PilotEdger? Is that somebody on PilotEdge? I don't think so. Nope. Yeah, and it's not that far from us. I don't know what is around here. I don't think there's much. It's definitely not an airport restaurant, I don't think. But Rogue drone. Yeah, these guys are lost. You lost there, pal? Okay. What do we got to do for... We got to crank it up to 9,500, I believe, right? This Condor Sanctuary. That's going to be fun. We might have to go a little bit... Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see if we can get up to 9,500 feet. Santa Ynez traffic, Bonanza departing runway 26 to the east, Santa Ynez. a couple miles up the road. Okay, we got lights, we got mixture full rich, clear to the right, clear to the left. And we'll close that up. Stop hurting my plane. I'm sorry, Brad. You know that I would take care of the real 72 Sierra. Not this Carenado imposter. Okay, that's a little bit trickier to do. Just climb her out. Oh, hey, pal. Stop blowing holes in my ship. Drink up, me hearties. Yo ho. $9,500 feet. Can we get there in time? I have no idea. So we're past pattern altitude. Santa Ynez traffic. Bonanza 72 Sierra departing to the east. Last call. Santa Ynez. I am going to Lima 45. I also have a scenery there that I have never seen. You just blew the noise abatement, but I won't tell anybody. Oh yeah, shit. Forgot. I'm usually pretty good about pulling those props back too, but I did forget that one. And I didn't fully brief the ADF there. All right, let's go back over.
Behind 3096 Bravo, did you copy taxi? 3096 Bravo, runway 21, taxi via Charlie Alpha. For 65 with Falcon contact, SoCal.
They want a 200 heading as soon as you clear the runway. IRL, just a heads up. It's a sim, so who gives a shit? But just in case you find yourself there. Well, yeah. Thank you, Brad. That's
706 Lima Golf.
That is super good to know. I hope to find myself here one day, and if I do, I will of course read the full ADF to make sure that I don't miss stuff like that. But, so it's a turn to the.
Who else wants taxi instructions?
Pretty quick turn to the left then.
Front 96 Charlie Delta, right your runway 8, taxi via Charlotte.
Basically fly down a riverbed. So it's kind of, I mean, it's almost an offset, even more offset actually than John Wayne. Wait, no, is that right? I don't know math at the moment, but
for a 254 Sierra 7.
Pretty similar.
25477. What are your intent?
Little offset thing. I think we might be okay on our climb out here.
477 Roger. Next time, let me know if you're gonna be doing touch and go because
Gregorian, what's up?
And when I clear you to land, you're not doing anything else except for a full stop. Does that make sense? 4770, proceed on course and resume on navigation.
Not approach, but departure. Yeah. That immediately, like right at the departure end, immediately crank it.
All right. The last aircraft I heard was 123 Sierra Golf. LA clearance. You want your clearance now? For 3 Sierra Golf, clear to John Wayne Airport. Seal Beach 8 departure. Seal Beach direct. Climb by SID, except maintain 4,000. Departure frequency 125.2. Squawk 5636.
Yeah, that was the jet ride was freaking amazing. And that was like last second, like, oh, let me just film this with my phone. That was awesome.
Or 123 Sierra Golf, back correct. For 515 Zulu Tango, leaving the Bravo airspace, cancel altitude restriction, or resume on navigation, and contact SoCal approach 128.1.
Out of the Bravo, resume on nav, over to SoCal approach 128.1, 5 Zulu Tango.
We'll let that guy check in.
SoCal approach, Skyhawk 65 Whiskey Papa, level 4000. Requested the ILS 20 right at John Wayne.
For 65 Whiskey Papa, SoCal approach, LA altimeter 3004.
3004.
Santa Barbara approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 5 miles north of Santa Ynez Airport, 7,000, climbing 9,500, flight following to Bakersfield, Lima 45.
For 9072 Sierra, Santa Barbara approach, squawk 7356, IDAN.
7356.
SoCal approach, Fair November 515 Zulu Tango with you, 5,500.
Hey John, happy little Friday.
515 Zulu Tango, John, altimeter 3003, proceed to Mile Square Park.
Oh, Mile Square Park.
Altimeter 3003 and proceed 2 miles, did you say Clear Park?
Mile Square Park. Mile Square Park. It's going to be on the TAC. It's about a 030 heading for you.
Combat, 5 Zulu Tango.
I don't.
Alright, November 9072 Sierra, contact, position as reported, say altitude, and requested altitude as well.
8,300, climbing 9,500, 72 Sierra. Yeah, he did give him a vector. Bless him.
9072 Sierra, roger, maintain VFR, Santa Barbara altimeter 3003.
3003, 72 Sierra.
Over 596 Charlie, Alpha Bank Tower, runway clear for takeoff, wind 0304.
I don't know how realistic this climb performance is, Brad, but I'd say getting up to 9,500 this quick is pretty good. It does have
I didn't tell you
VGs.
so already, reback was correct. We got a little busy there for a second. Runway 24 left, taxi via Echo.
Yeah, we got up here in a hurry.
For 69 Whiskey Papa, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
128.1.
Trim.
For SoCal 6 Lima Golf, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 at Kilo Cliff takeoff.
about 15 miles south of John Wayne, looking for full stop.
America 330.
Come on, you idiot.
LA Tower, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
Here we go.
Say your call sign, please. Number 6, Charlie Delta.
Negative, Rigorian.
Or 227 Lima Golf, turn right heading 060.
060, 27 Lima Golf.
For 72 Sierra, come at Los Angeles Center, 135.5.
35.5, 72 Sierra.
SoCal approach, River 65 Whiskey Papa, level 4000.
For 6 of us, Bravo, SoCal approach, route contact, SoCal approach, 128.1.
Okay.
For 6 time Whiskey Papa, contact SoCal approach, 128.1. For 515 Zulu, take your
look at
return
that.
the area.
That is super, super pretty. Damn.
For 706 Lima Golf, contact departure. For 515 Zulu, Tango, are you familiar with the area?
Look at those mountains. That looks so cool. That ridge looks awesome.
50 Tango, flight heading to 360. For 6 time Whiskey Papa, SoCal approach, not sure if you caught up yet. The John Wayne altimeter 3003, advise you have Quebec. Expect the visual approach runway 20 right.
PX Luna, what's happening? I was on a flight that flew through a hurricane eye. Yikes. That's pretty crazy, dude.
American 3030 kind of departure. American 330, count out departure.
Nowhere.
596 Charlie Delta, so count departure on frequency.
Just monitoring FlightEdge network and hear your call sign. I thought we'd check you out live first time. Nice, man. And you mean PilotEdge, but
say your altitude.
that's awesome, dude. Welcome.
And what altitude you're supposed to be at?
Welcome live.
For 6 Charlie Delta, if you look at the
he is busy.
Hold up. It's the almost in. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take off and then maintain.
So I would say that right there looks like it's relatively happy there.
I need you to start getting a little bit of a
but yeah, you're not.
I'm not showing you very high.
You're not in
good area of high terrain.
This is pucker.
What speed are you climbing at right now?
But you know, with flight following, you've got a little bit more time. Like that looks nice right there. I'd probably aim for that.
Probably legal. However, just as a pro tip, I fly a Cirrus. I have flown a Cirrus in real life, and I can tell you right now that those things climb out best about 100, 120.
Probably legal, huh? That sounds
7
good.
Lima Golf, fly heading 130 to
PilotEdge started PE because of your YouTube videos. Sweet.
130 to localize.
And it's CAFIL, right? That's awesome, dude. Thank you for watching the YouTube videos, first of all. And I'm glad you found PilotEdge because it's fantastic.
6 Whiskey Papa, so call approach on this frequency.
Los Angeles Center, Bonanza 9072 Sierra 9500.
For 6 Whiskey Papa, flighting 050, vectors to final.
Capitol Hill. Nice, got it. Cap Hill.
Number 6 Whiskey Papa, flighting 050, vectors to final. American 330, contact departure.
I just from like looking at the direction, I just picked a heading, and this is how close I got to the flight track.
American 330, you're supposed to have it written down already. Your departure frequency was given to you in your clearance, all right? 125.
Rigorian, I'm at like 98.5% right now. Feel fantastic. A little stuffy in the morning, but I feel great. Thank you very much for asking. That's very nice. I'll try this again. LA Center, Bonanza 9072 Sierra 9500.
Brad. 72 Sierra, LA Center, Santa Barbara, altimeter 3003.
3003, 72 Sierra. Yeah, Brad's like phantom, like 176. Turn left heading 150, and like every time it would be some like ridiculous looking like perfect vector to where we wanted to go. There was one time he vectored me under the hood from, I think we were coming back from French Valley, and vectored me in the pattern almost perfectly, and I didn't look up until final. I don't know if you remember that, Brad.
Busy. You got to keep trying to get a hold of me, right? Like I can't be issuing you any instructions, but don't know that you're on my frequency. Climb via the SID. November 385 Juliet, radar contact 15 miles south of John Wayne Airport with John Wayne altimeter 3003. Advise Jeff Quebec, say aircraft type and intentions.
Pull up. Pull up.
Uh-oh. Who is it?
385 Juliet, proceed to Signal Peak.
It's Capitol Hill, DC. Capitol Hill, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome aboard officially to the live environment.
Juliet, flighting 025.
We convinced somebody else that this was entertaining and fun.
Tax chart, terminal area chart under Signal Peak.
Bootleg Russian, welcome aboard. Thank you for following. Welcome aboard officially. What the actual...
I gave you heading at 050. I need you to fly heading 050.
What was that?
65 Whiskey Papa, what are you doing on that 005 heading?
Good lord. Okay, we're gonna reset.
Roger, 05.
My altitude correction method did not work apparently. Ugh.
We're 596 Charlie Delta. I'm showing you several degrees.
What do we have there? It looks like a little.
Stay attention.
It's like a fun little cutie. Oh, actually, I think that's New Koyama. Is that Lima 88?
Right. Do you need vectors or anything?
Yep, it is. Pay attention. Look ahead.
We're 7 Lima Golf, Van Nuys Tower, 19.3.
Which is apparently still open. Yep. All right, get it settled.
1230 Sierra
Yeah, I
Golf,
don't know
Tower,
what the hell
left,
happened.
clear to take off, wind 2106.
To the autopilot there. Good lord.
American 330, kind of Los Angeles, enter 135.5.
Okay, there we go. Altitude, heading mode. Calm down. Should I become a PilotEdge controller once I get the time? Yeah, it takes a lot of hours. You gotta basically start with VATSIM. I don't know the particulars of it. It's on their website, I believe. But yeah, if you're working your way up on VATSIM, keep doing that. And yeah, it's fantastic fun. So if you can get there, for sure do it. Absolutely.
43 X-ray Sierra, ground runway 8, taxi via Delta.
American 330 at 11,412.
Okay, so we're back on track.
Lima Golf, Van Nuys Tower, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Got another control
330 LA Center, Roger.
Airport. What are we doing?
For 123 Sierra Golf and at departure.
110 at 4.
For 207, correction, 706 Lima Golf, contact SoCal approach, 119.6.
We have right pattern for 16, so we're going to be left pattern for... Yeah, well, we're landing 16, so right pattern 16, great. And the field elevation is 378. Pattern is 1178. I'm almost an S3 on VATSIM, and I get into PE, you need 1,000 hours as a C1.
American 330, close to kilometer, flight level 2309, climb, maintain flight level 3, correction at 230,
Flight level 230, American 330.
For 9072 Sierra, kind of make a short approach, 118.8.
Is 22.8.
For 706 Lima Golf, SoCal approach, Palomar altimeter 3003, advise you have November, expect the ILS, runway 24 approach. And 6 Lima Golf, expect the ILS, runway 24 approach, flight heading 110, vectors to final. Remember, 6 Lima Golf heading 110, 110. Alright, 5 or 6 guys called up. Who wants to click off clearance?
You're doing all right, Brandon.
3096 Bravo, Victor Tower, you ready to go?
You're doing fine. He is good, man.
96 Bravo, you don't have to, but it's okay, appreciate it. There were 656 Charlie Delta, advise you at the weather brackets, the approach request.
Yeah, we might be we might be in whiteout mode here for a second.
Number 6 Charlie Delta, expect that.
We might fly through a cloud or two here on this altitude.
We copy the risk.
Before 2 Tango Sierra, John Wayne clearance, cleared the John Wayne Airport, flight heading 230, vector Seal Beach direct, maintain 2,000, expect 3,000.
Yeah, it is getting busy, which is awesome.
128.1, squawk 3605.
Hopefully they give us some more controllers every once in a while. Yeah, well, there's a difference between traffic and frequency congestion. I don't particularly like the frequency congestion when there's no traffic. But when when you have to deal with traffic, that's a little bit better. That's more fun. My friend scored a job at Threshold editing their videos. Nice. I'm East Coast. Got to run. All right. Capitol Hill. Thanks, man.
Did you call up yet?
Thank you for the follow. And
Jackie 4 Fox Truck call. Contact Runway Tower 126.8. 126.8. See ya. 160. We only give headings in 5-degree increments, so 160. 43 X-ray Sierra, Burbank Tower, runway 8, clear for takeoff, wind 0304. American 330, contact Los Angeles Center 133.2.
133.
yeah, dual controllers would be great in
American
CLA.
330. Los Angeles Center, American 330, with you.
And also with you. We might have to find a hole.
Maintain flight level 340.
Flight level 340, American 330.
All right, let's see if we can do overcast 2005.
Number 3 at 5, you have the airport in sight off your left side.
Let's see.
I
think Ryan is right.
Left downwind, runway 20 left, and contact the tower on 19.9.
LA Center, Bonanza 9072, Sierra request when you have a second.
Alright, around just 72 Sierra second.
LA Center, Bonanza 9072, Sierra. We'd like to pick up an IFR descent through this cloud layer if able.
Bonanza 72 Sierra, make that request, Bakersfield approach from 18.8.
118.8, 72 Sierra. Okay. Bakersfield approach. Good evening, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. We've got the weather at Bakersfield Lima 45. We'd like to pick up an IFR descent to 2,000 feet if able.
Report through X-ray Sierra, head on departure. For 123 Sierra Golf, contact SoCal approach on 134.9er.
134.9. 123 Sierra Golf.
Number 69 Whiskey Papa, flighting for 20.
Say again, heading for 5 Whiskey Papa.
69 Whiskey Papa, actually disregard the heading. The John Wayne Airport is to your 3 o'clock and 6 miles report in sight.
3 o'clock and 6 miles will report in sight. 5 Whiskey Papa.
SoCal approach 123 Sierra Golf 4000.
For 69 McGough, flighting 070.
080 Golf.
Is not
Report
a big
through X-ray Sierra, SoCal departure, radar contact, turn
767
right.
Spy, good evening.
Heading 330, climb maintain 8,000.
Happy little Friday.
330, climb maintain 8,000.
Not a big enough hole.
Alright, to November 9072 Sierra. Cleared to the Bakersfield Municipal Airport. Via G direct, Shafter, direct, and descend and maintain 3,000.
Shafter direct, descend and maintain 3,000 9072 Sierra. So what?
And 72 Sierra, slant golf, right?
Affirmative, slant golf 72 Sierra.
Do you have the weather and approach request?
I do have the weather, and we'd like to take the visual. And do you have the identifier for Shafter 72 Sierra?
Echo Hotel Foxtrot.
Echo Hotel Foxtrot.
SoCal approach, 1 Sierra Golf, 4000.
Has John Wayne Airport.
Oh, the VO. Okay, the VOR. Yeah,
123 Sierra Golf, SoCal approach. LA altimeter 3004, flighting 130.
130 for 13 Sierra Golf.
For 7 Lima, correction 6 Lima Golf, turn 10 degrees left.
10 degrees left for 6 Golf.
And November 6 Charlie Delta, what was your request? You want the ILS 26 left?
Affirmative, ILS 26 left.
Number 6 Charlie Delta, do you want from Paradise or do you want vectors?
We'll take it from Paradise now, we're almost there.
For 6 Charlie Delta, cross Paradise at 5,000, cleared after the ILS, runway 26 let's approach in the bracket.
That's 5,000, cleared ILS 26 left.
Gotta figure this out, so hang
6 Charlie
on.
Delta and contact bracket.
Approach 65 with you, Papa. Has John Wayne Airport in sight?
Yes.
November 6 let's crop routes cleared for the visual approach.
Daller.
Right.
Clear for the visual.
Welcome, man.
0 right, 65 with you, Papa.
Number 385 Juliet John Wayne Tower.
Copy the risk. 767 Spy, thank you for the follow. I don't know if I thanked you before, but
Number 227 Lima Golf.
thanking you now. I was a little bit distracted there. 15-4.
Alright, what's your call sign? One taxi. For 515 Sierra Echo Scenery ground, runway 30, taxi via Alpha. November 6 Lima Golf, turn left heading 340.
340, 6 Golf.
God, this thing is a pain in the ass.
For 9072 Sierra, set to maintain 3,000.
Going down to 3,072 Sierra.
So it's kind of like give it to you already, but just so you can go to 3,000 now. And let me know when you break out. What are the tops doing right now?
I'll let you know when we break out. We haven't hit the tops quite yet, but we're looking at 8,800 right now, so they're looking like 8,500, 72 Sierra.
72 Sierra, Roger. If you want to hold it after or anything to be able to get a look about this, fine. Just let me know what you want to do. I can vector you around as well. There's not much traffic going on in the area, so it'll be pretty easy.
Okay, roger that. We'll let you know once we break out and what we want to do from there, 72 Sierra.
For 7 Lima Golf, kind of departure 134.2.
Ryan, thank you for the gifted sub.
Only one aircraft should respond to that. For 7,
21 gifted sub to
134.2.
Daller, the copy the risk guy.
And I'm with you at
I love that.
2,900 up to 4,600.
November 706 Lima Golf, flighting 270 to set to maintain 4,000.
270 down to 4,000, 706 Lima Golf.
What was I?
Number
What was I
706 Lima Golf is 6
doing?
miles from SCON, heading 260 heading now. Maintain 3,600 until established on the localizer.
Okay, so we're good. We're good there on the
Heading 260, 3,000.
on that radio. That looks good. That's a pain in the ass
And 6 Lima Golf advised established on final
to
approach.
get that on there.
6 Lima Golf.
Alrighty, November 123 Sierra Golf, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
128.1 for 123 Sierra Golf.
November 43 X-ray Sierra, clear direct Lang, climb maintain 13,000.
All right, clear direct lane, climb maintain 13,000.
Say those look like the tops right there. Bakersfield approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, tops at 8,000.
Right. And 3 X-ray Sierra, correction on the altitude, climb maintain 12,000.
Set for 43 X-ray Sierra.
4-3 X-ray Sierra from 12,000.
All right, 12,000, 43 X-ray Sierra.
Number 72 Sierra, roger, thank you. And over 227 Lima also got departure, radar contact, say intentions.
227 Lima
No, I put it on. I put it on there. Yeah. So if you do, if you type exclamation, since Ryan gifted you a sub, you can.
Have a request now
There you
or
go.
after you
Yeah.
the approach, or what do you want to do there?
I'll let you know. I'm gonna do a little.
Yeah.
bit of
Type
this
exclamation
approach,
point
and I'll
risk,
contact you 270 Golf.
and it'll
Roger,
play
let me
it.
know you expect the LDA Charlie approach.
Roger that. Expect the LDA-Charlie approach 27 Lima Golf.
Pilatus 7, correction, Pilatus 6, Lima Golf.
That looks like
Contact,
a nice little hole.
Palomar Tower, 18.6.
118.6.
Yeah, the radios are humming right now.
SoCal approach, 123 Sierra Golf, 4,000.
It actually does have a timer on it, a buffer.
November 385.
You might have to give it a couple minutes.
Taxi to ramp via hotel and Bravo.
I actually think I think it's 2 minutes. Is what it's set at, or maybe less. Maybe 1 minute 60 seconds.
Number 65 Whiskey Papa. Contact John Wayne Tower 126.8.
126.8 for 65 Whiskey Papa.
November 123 Sierra Golf SoCal approach.
Yeah,
John Wayne altimeter 3003. Advise you Quebec. Expect a visual approach runway 20 right.
I'd like to request the full ILS runway 20 right.
Number 65 Whiskey Papa, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, clear to land. Number 123 Sierra Golf, clear direct Steel Beach, cross Steel Beach at 4,000, clear for the ILS, runway 20 right approach.
Direct Steel Beach, cross and maintain 4,000 and cleared for the approach 123 Sierra Golf.
All right, just so everyone knows, I have done a fantastic job of resisting learning IFR procedures, particularly holds. I know that they exist. I know there's different ways to enter them. I know there's different ways to exit them. But I have absolutely no idea how to do them in any environment. So this is going to be really stupid.
November 43 X-ray Sierra, kind of Los Angeles Center, 125.27.
Because my 1,000 foot per minute descent did not.
November 72 Sierra, just fly present heading, vectors for the descent, and let me know when you pop out.
Alright, we'll fly present heading and let you know when we're at the bottom and get vectors back. 72 Sierra. Ask for a box pattern of vectors. Yeah, I mean, I think this is easy enough. We're just gonna descend. We're almost.
72 Sierra, actually, just turn right heading 160 vectors to the Big Shield to Miss FreewareAirport.
Right. One more time on the heading. 72 Sierra.
160.
160 72 Sierra.
Who else is calling?
Already getting ahead of myself, trying to figure out what to do.
Number 420, correction, number 42 Tango Sierra, John Wayne ground, runway 20 right, taxi via Bravo and Kilo.
We're almost out from underneath it.
Los Angeles Center, November 43.
That was beautiful. Nice radio call, Bill.
515 Sierra Echo, Sceneries Tower.
B2. Just hit the pause button near the VOR, and then just change the altitude on the map button, right? I can easily get down to 3,000 feet.
X-ray Sierra, LA Center.
Just type in 3,000.
5,000. Palmdale, altimeter.
Hilarious.
3012.
This is going to work out perfectly fine.
3012, 43 X-ray Sierra.
That works. Hello, Kenny.
456 Tango, go ahead.
Like that could not have worked out any better.
5456 Tango, San
we're
Luis
not
Tower. Thanks for
quite
calling.
out of it
Altimeter
yet.
3007. Enter the left base runway 29er. Report 3 miles out.
I'd say we probably have another 500 feet to
72
go.
Sierra, still IMC.
Still IMC. Tops looks like they're at 4,500. 72 Sierra.
Roger. American 330, contact Oakland Center 127.45.
He's helping. He's got his eye on me.
Vision jet calling. Santa Barbara clearance. What's your call sign?
Vision jet calling. I love that. 172.
Vision jet 7998 Juliet. Santa Barbara clearance. After departure, fly runway heading. Maintain VFR at or below 1,500. Departure frequency 120.55. Squawk 2303. Vision jet 9 Juliet, you're back correct. And you're going to SFO at 16.5, correct? Nine Juliet, roger. Number 7 limit golf, you're ready to return. Remember 227 limit golf, are you ready to return?
Ready to return to the LDA Charlie 27 golf.
Oh, there it is.
Limit golf, roger. Flight heading 330.
I'm like looking way past it.
Vectors to Silex.
330, maintain 4,000 vectors to Silex 27 golf.
Bakersfield approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, tops at 4,300, airport in sight.
For 9072 Sierra, from the airport is in sight.
Yeah, airport in sight, 72 Sierra.
Number 72 Sierra, roger. You want the visual approach now, or are you saying you're canceling?
I like to cancel 72 Sierra.
Number 72 Sierra, roger. IFR cancellation received. Radar service terminated. Squawk maintained. VFR, change advisory. Do show one aircraft in the pattern.
Okay, we'll be looking out for that traffic. Change to advisory. Frequency change approved. Squawk and VFR 9072 Sierra. Not going to tell them that we're in VMC again.
706 limit golf. Ground.
That was beautiful. Nice radio call, Bill.
Thank you. Hey, Fat Knuckle. Frick.
Good day.
What happened to the visual, all that stuff?
Number 227 limit golf.
God damn it, X-Plane.
Cross Silex at 4,000, cleared for the LDA Charlie approach. And to Van Nuys, expect circle runway 16 right.
Yeah, it's, God damn it. Okay. Bakersfield traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, entering a right base, runway 16, Bakersfield.
Are you, though?
I would like to think so. Where just
I admire your optimism.
Just come on. Come on, X-Plane. Give me something. There it is. Okay, now we know what we're doing. Well, let me rephrase that.
I'm glad you caught yourself with that one.
Well, if I didn't, I know that you would not have let me get away with it.
Not a chance.
All right. Bakersfield traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 5 mile final 16 Bakersfield.
Bakersfield traffic, a Falcon 50 and right close traffic for runway 16 Bakersfield.
Oh, of course.
I'm just kidding. That'd be pretty cool, though, huh?
That would be awesome. I wouldn't put it past you. Okay, so cowl flaps opened, lights are all on, props coming forward, mixture confirmed full rich. Gear is coming down. Gear is 1, 2, 3 green. And confirmed on the 3D panel. Trim. Bakersfield traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 2 mile final 16 Bakersfield. Trim like crazy.
1 mile final runway 16.
Yeah, other than that really nasty layer, that was those two guys looked over right when I took that screenshot. Oh my god. Bakersfield traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, short final 16 Bakersfield.
$500.
Thank you. Before flight. Was that really loud to you guys? That seemed like it was really loud.
We copy the risk.
There is some risk involved that needs to be copied for sure. I feel like this is not going to be trimmed well for what we're doing. Yeah, we bounced it. Oh, a plane actually bounced an X-plane.
Whoa, found it.
Hello.
Found the ground.
Perfect timing on that, Kenny. Good lord. All right, chopper creepers here. It's really disorienting to not have the engine sounds. Makes it better for the outside view, but kind of missed knowing where the engine was at. It bounced though, which is kind of cool. What are you using for flight controls? SimEdge, very crappy, but does the job. Thrustmaster HOTUS X. So I have chosen to not invest much at all in sim hardware. Bakersfield traffic, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, clear runway 16, Bakersfield. So I am not doing myself any favors with the flight controls that I'm using, but I like using, I like having a simple setup. I can move it out of the way, and I just don't want to invest too heavily in the hardware, because it works fine, and I am not, as you can tell, I am not a landing snob in the sim. In real life, absolutely, but jumping into a plane that you're not familiar with controls that have no feedback, it's kind of hard to make nice landings every time.
I don't trust your taxiing in my airplane, so I'm keeping a close eye on you.
All right, keep me in line. Don't let me get too far off center line. And so you know, everybody that might be new, this is Chopper Creeper, piloted in a reverse hover expertly by my real world flight instructor. So that is my instructor showing off with his hovering. All right, let's check out this.
Oh my god, I love airplanes and I love Brad. Holy shit.
Let's check the scenery out. Whoa.
You bastard, that was gonna be money.
Scenery actually looks pretty good. Got a little ground clamping situation going on with Chopper Creeper. Look at that. Hilarious. Is it showing me as 172 on your screen?
Yeah, nice model too.
Epic gas pumps. That's weird. And a dead end. All right. Can you do that IRL too? What? Brad taxi, hover taxi backwards in a helicopter? I don't know. Hey Brad, do you think you can hover taxi backward like that in real life, in like an R44 or something?
Only once.
There you go. Only once.
You can do anything once.
You can definitely do anything once. That's true.
I gotta get Keith to fix this ground clamping thing.
Yeah, it used to be a lot better, I feel like. It has, I don't know if it's possible, but degraded over time, I feel like.
I think my hovering ability has just got better.
So you're flirting with the line?
Yeah, I'm not oscillating back and forth at a couple knots anymore.
All right, Kenny, have a good one, man. That was fun. That was a good flight. Oh, that's nice right there. Let's get that moon nice and big. The magnets got weaker. That looks nice. So we should probably turn the strobes off. So the San Diego scenery turned out really nice. And I'll actually go load up there right now, so you guys that have showed up late can check it out. Brett, I'm gonna go load up at San Diego and show everybody that scenery.
Cool, sounds good.
Let's actually shut this thing down properly. All right. So this is a freeware scenery here that is pretty nice. I've never been to this airport, so I don't know how close it looks to the real thing. I mean, it's a pretty small, simple airport, so I have to imagine it's not too complicated to redo. We did a group flight out of here a while ago, going to Kern Valley, and it was bare bones, but this looks pretty nice. I have since downloaded the scenery, and it looks pretty good. I mean, some of these airports like this where it's uncontrolled and just kind of, you know, basic airport with hangars and a gas pump, it's not really that spectacular when you load up at it if you've never been there, but it's still, you know, when you've got markings that are realistic to the airport, it kind of helps. You know, that's cool. It's got the elevation there too. Disconnect from PE. That is not a bad idea. So let's go to San Diego. We'll go to, that was a pretty meaty taxi. We'll go to the GA ramp here. GA ramp, and what's a good buzzing around pattern plane? Little Aerobasque Robin. Get some fuel, a little bit more fuel in it. Start it on. Yeah, so this is the link for this scenery, and it took a long time to download all of the free libraries that are required for the scenery, but once I did, it turned out pretty good. There's a couple of quirks with it. Some of the scenery packs you have to be careful with if you already have them. Some of them are better to just re-download because there have been updates to them. I had to reload up, I should say, about 4 or 5 times because different packs were missing things. So I would go through and it would say sceneries missing. The log file didn't show anything when I first loaded it up, but there is something's missing, something's wrong, and I'm gonna get a warning as soon as I load up here. It looks fine. It's nothing that I can tell, but the textures and the amount of 3D objects are pretty impressive for a freeware scenery. And I don't know how many other airports use a lot of the libraries that I downloaded for this, but San Diego now is like full of life. Actually, it's not. It's super dead, but it's full of scenery. And I would like to talk to somebody that's done the low-level tour. I mean, I want to do it in real life, obviously, for sure, but a good brief on that downtown bay tour would be fun to see if it's replicable in PilotEdge. I don't know because there is a frequency that I think you use on North Island that PilotEdge doesn't technically man, I don't think. Okay, we'll let this thing run here. Yeah, so I don't think you can technically replicate that whole flight. But okay, we'll pull away from the Robin and give this thing a second to load in. And I noticed I'm not getting the scenery warning. Disconnect. Thank you.
Disconnected.
All right, here is the scenery. This is the San Diego downtown skyline scenery, which is pretty nice. It also includes some cruise ships and aircraft carrier, which is pretty cool. Coronado Bridge is a little bit lacking, but everything else is pretty nice. All right, so the San Diego scenery is obviously geared more towards the commercial stuff. So let's go to the terminal, fly on over here, and start here. So the biggest thing that I like, other than all of the 3D objects, is the textures on the ramp and the runway. It looks freaking awesome from far away and even up close. It looks awesome. I've got oil stains, fuel stains, tire marks, all kinds of stuff that make this look super used. Like that looks awesome. Also, along with the textures, is just a crap load of 3D objects. I mean, every gate has cargo pods and conveyor belt trucks and fuel trucks and all kinds of stuff everywhere. It is kind of dead, so there's nothing moving except for a random truck here or there. But they've filled out this thing with post office. It's really cool. Now, I've flown out of Lindbergh Field once or twice on the commercial side. Haven't been here, haven't landed here in a GA plane, so I don't really know what it looks like except out the side of a 737. But the textures look really, really nice. The whole terminal, all the gates, all look really nice. Same level of detail for everything. What is this, Delta? I can't tell, but all the markings look really good. Just fully filled out. So we'll zoom here. I got the little sky bridge, looks good. This is kind of crazy. The Southwest gates, just everything. Everything is branded Southwest. And you've got under this little overhang just a bunch of baggage carts all over the place. So if you're doing commercial operations and have some plugins, you got some traffic going, this could look really cool. Got some realistically branded buildings. Again, I don't know how this compares to what Lindbergh Field looks like right now in terms of the building names and everything, but it always is kind of annoying when some of these big airports have parking lots that have like 20 cars in them. This is full and it looks fantastic. Kind of unrealistic. Where's the unmanned fuel truck just sitting on the yellow line at the gate you're trying to pull into? Maybe they can add that in an update later. This I thought was cool. This is one of those things that even if you don't use it, like if you don't play Mr. Coast Guard with a helicopter and ever use this, it's cool that it's there if you're transitioning in a GA plane or landing. It just, if you've been there and you've seen that building, then it adds a little bit more realism and just feels that much more full. But that is definitely a cool touch. Even the boats here. So flying flying VFR, doing that transition over the field, I think it'll be even cooler. And then another big addition to this over the freeware scenery that I did have is this was under construction in the ortho, and they've actually placed this parking garage where it stands in the real world. So that's really cool. If you've driven up the 5 here, you've definitely seen that building. And then the famous on final parking structure there with the unrealistic power lines right on final. Alright, so we can fly a couple little patterns here. I don't think they have the Atlantic building here, but they do have the GA ramp with all the little Lear jets. Is there any citations? That looks like a citation there. And a little caravan. So a couple citations, a couple Lears. I probably missed my taxiway, so we'll just cross over there. Signature seems to be missing. I thought it was right here. That's not it, if I remember correctly from the... although it could be. Is that it? It should be back behind the wing, yeah. Yeah, because it's right on... It's right here, right? Yeah. Yeah, you can see where the buildings would be. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But, like I said, this is kind of more of a... you beat me to it, Brad. Yeah, not the target audience for this. This is definitely more geared towards the commercial crew. Not surprisingly, but given that they've like manually placed sailboats, they could have put some kind of building there. That is not the runway. I was just going to gun it. Let's go to the actual runway. Which is a big frickin' bummer, man.
Approaching runway 27.
It would be super cool.
Entered runway 27.
If it was like John Wayne,
8,800 feet
where
remaining.
it was, like free 3-hour parking or fuel up or whatever, it would be super convenient to be able to fly in there, hang out at San Diego, and fly back, versus like going to Montgomery or something. But not the case. Let's keep it in this view here. ACI San Diego would be really cool. So from the air, it looks, I don't know. I don't want to say less impressive, but the textures are so good up close that I think the further you get, the less impactful it becomes. I mean, right there, that shot looks pretty good. All the tire marks. Is this an electric plane? No, it's a diesel plane. And it is trying to load in. Peace out, Brad. See ya. You got a showtime for tomorrow yet? That marina looks pretty good. Again, you're not going to be like flying a pattern at San Diego, but it just looks more real. Looks good. Ortho looks good on those parking lots. Boats look good. Looks really good. Foot pattern. Let's get up a little bit higher. Like 1,000 feet will be fine. San Diego, this is why you're probably not going to get left traffic. Harbor looks good too. Get this thing so slow, but I kind of want to see what it looks like on final here coming in. Yeah, I love all the cars there. That looks really cool. Seeing that many 3D cars, I really like. All the time lapse too, that's awesome. Can't even see centerline, that might be a little bit aggressive. And I don't think that texture would be shiny, it would be a little bit matte and dull from the rubber being laid down. The tire squeaking on this plane sounds so good, and it's in stereo too. Left, right. Did I do it this time? No, I didn't do it this time. Let's see if we can get it to do it with the 800 feet left we have. Yeah, that was cool. Stereo tire squeaking. Okay, we're gonna let this thing roll to the ramp. Thank you guys very much for watching. I like the scenery a lot. That was a fun flight. New airports, which is always good. Checking out new sceneries is fun. I wasn't in love with the plane tonight. I am, as much as I love the livery because it's Brad, the plane that Brad flies, it's just not good. It's an X-Plane 10 port, and I might not be flying it too much after that. The F-33 is so much better. Alright, let's go into gate number whatever this is here. Dude, this thing's taxing like freaking crazy. If you like flying airliners and X-Plane, get the scenery. It's pretty awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your night. I will hopefully see you in the Discord. If you have not joined, it is my freaking favorite thing. Would love it for as many people to join this Discord because I have so much fun reading all the conversations and just having a bigger pool of people to ask questions about. I love it. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. See ya!